Hey guys, I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm going to do my general read for Sunday. I'll start with my oracle cards and then move into the tarot cards to clarify, and we'll see what the universe has in store for us this weekend. So universe, what messages do you have? Whoa. And she is ready to get going. So I pulled Triumph. Let's see what else she's got. So foundation and achievements, memories of love, sacrifice, and patience. So I'm feeling here that I feel like we're going through a healing process and a moving on. Just from what I've gotten from the cards so far. Balance, mental conflict, accelerated motion, universe, and fertility. So usually when universe shows up in my reads, to me that means that we're either learning a universal life lesson, or we are on our universal path, or beginning our universal path, where we're supposed to be, where we're destined to wind up in life. And I feel like that's what we're doing here. I feel like we're on a path. We're healing, and we're moving forward from something in our lives. And to me, the fertility represents growing a new future, nurturing. I'm going to keep pulling cards because I want to just clarify everything that this read is about. So we'll just keep going here. So I feel like we were going back to school because I got two cards that speak to academic learning. I have the Page of Pentacles here, and he can represent sometimes good news that tends to speak to either finances or academic learning. I have the Eight of Pentacles as well, and the Eight of Pentacles is sometimes called the Apprentice card. And so he can speak of academic learning as well. So I feel like that was the process of what we were going through here. That was sort of, I feel like it was the beginning of the transition. And the reason that I feel that is because I have a couple of other cards here that make me feel like you're about to start seeing the benefits of that. I have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles represents what you've been working for a while is starting to come to fruition. You're starting to see the fruits of your labor. And I also have the King of Pentacles. And I have a little bit of an idea about where he fits in, but I'm going to have to pull some more cards. He just gives me the feeling of success in finance for you. And to me, that can mean a new career, a new job. And that would definitely come along with finishing school. I did get the Hangman as well. To me, the Hangman represents you holding yourself back from being successful, allowing something to hold you back. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's a lack of confidence. I feel like this card also ties into the mental conflict card. And I wonder if it's because you're onto this next step, this next stage, and you've been going to school. That's kind of been your life for long enough that now maybe the change is a little bit scary and you're feeling a bit uncertain about things. I do have the Ace of Pentacles, which represents new beginnings, and it can also speak to finance and career. I have the Ten of Pentacles, which represents abundance. I also have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands speaks of positive forward movement, of keeping your eye on your goals and working towards them. I feel like this is also talking about your schooling and moving past the schooling now into the next stage of career, because I feel like that's where you're at. You're sort of you're on this journey to a life that you want. You've chosen your career path. You've taken the educational courses that are going to get you there. You're now past that stage, and I feel like now you're working on achieving that job, achieving that career. Now I have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords can represent a couple different things. To me, in this read, he represents change. Swift change that can sometimes feel chaotic because it's happening so fast. And the reason I feel that is because I also got the accelerated motion card. So I feel like things are going to be changing for you quite quickly here. So I also did get the Lovers card, and now I have cards that aren't aspecting that one quite so well. I don't feel like this is a current relationship. I feel like this is a recently ended relationship. I have the King of Wands, and I feel jealousy coming off of him. And I also have the Three of Swords, which can represent separation. Sometimes separation with the chance of reconciliation. For me, that's not the vibe that I get. I get more of a heartbreak or an ending, a relationship ending vibe. I also have the Five of Wands, which can represent conflict and fighting. And I got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles can speak to juggling and trying to find balance a lot of times between work and home. But I feel like this was because you were going to school. I don't know that you were working as well. I feel like we're talking more about the schooling aspect here, and because I feel like this relationship was happening at the same time that you were going to school, I feel like that's what it's speaking to, juggling your education with this relationship, and it didn't go so well. I do have the Sun card. The Sun card to me is a good omen, and it represents positive things manifesting for you. I got it on top of the Three of Wands, which, if you remember, it represents moving towards your goal. So I feel like an opportunity is coming up for you quite quickly. I have the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles can represent going through a rough time financially. And I think that's quite common with people going back to school. It takes up a lot of your time, makes it hard to work full-time, to earn a full-time wage. So I feel like that's part of where you were at too. I have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can represent an indifference. To me, it represents you feeling discouraged in all of this, because I think you have some doubts, and not that in the end your career won't work out. Just I feel like it's in the short term, in this transitional period. You may be feeling maybe even a little bit panicked to get going, to get earning money, to get started on this new journey, on this new career. You needn't panic, because I also have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands can represent a good news coming soon. I feel like it's tied into the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there's a job opportunity coming. I also received the Nine of Cups, which represents abundance, and the Three of Cups, which represents happiness and celebration. So I feel like you're going to be able to celebrate a new job pretty quick here. And I feel like this next line is speaking more towards the relationship that you lost, because I do have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords tends to speak to disappointing endings, but ones that were actually beneficial for you in the long run. So I feel like this person wasn't as supportive as you needed them to be in this journey on your new career, in your education. I feel like it ended in a big fight. I just have the Queen of Wands, and I feel an angry energy coming off of that. I also have the Judgment card. The Judgment card speaks to karma. a lot of the time and getting back what you put out. So I feel like it speaks of you being rewarded for putting in effort, not just in your job or in the schooling that I think is going to pay off in this job offer, but I feel like this is on a personal level as well. And what you tried to put into the relationship, even though it didn't work out, I feel like you're going to be rewarded for that in some way as well. It may not be with another love, but I feel like it's just going to be personal. I also have the Strength card, and I feel like it's tied to the Judgment card and the Karma card there. I feel like there's an inner strength and an inner confidence that you're going to be gaining. So I have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands can represent, you can represent relocating. I feel like you might be even moving for this new job. Or just moving somewhere where you're going to have more opportunities. That might be part of your job offer, so be prepared that somebody might be asking you to move to get the opportunity that you want. I have the Six of Swords, which represents moving from a stormier time into a calmer one. I feel like this is going to be part of your transition as well. Sometimes the schooling and everything that goes along with that, trying to find that balance between that and possibly a job and then home life as well can feel pretty chaotic. Also, I think this change is going to come very swiftly when this offer comes in because of the Knight of Swords and the accelerated motion. So I feel like the Six of Swords is speaking to once this is all wrapped up, once it's all said and done, and you're on the next step of your journey, you've begun your new job, you've possibly even relocated and settled in, things are going to calm down for you. And you're going to find an inner peace, you're going to find a happiness, you're going to find abundance. And not just happiness, to me, I really get a financial feel off of this card. So I feel like definitely success in your new career path. Now I feel like this next line speaks of this relationship with this person too. And maybe part of what the problem was. Because I got the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups represents relationships. I got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is, he's sometimes called the Miser card. And he can speak to sort of a warning of being greedy or a penny pincher. But that's not, I don't feel money in this card. I feel holding back emotionally. Like being cheap with your affection, being cheap with your love. I feel like it was punishment. I feel like that's part of what this person did. They would withhold from you if they didn't get their way. And I think they did that a fair amount because they felt like they weren't getting what they wanted from you because you were trying to get this education so that you could get your career and you could get your life in order the way you wanted it to. I feel like that made them really pissy and vindictive. That's the vibe that I get off of the King of Swords that's sitting right next to the Four of Pentacles. I get the word vindictive. I think they were very much not supportive. Probably even a hindrance, and I think that's what the Ten of Swords spoke to, of disappointing endings but that benefit you in the long run. I feel like their behavior was just hanging you up and holding you back. Not having this kind of drama has allowed you the clarity and the freedom to focus on your goals. I feel like that's what the Hierophant is speaking to in this read. So I pulled Wisdom, Triumphant Success, Victory and Success, and Hope. So to me, these cards are speaking of some of the doubts that you're having, maybe some of the fears, maybe some of the anxiousness of getting everything going, getting everything sorted out. To me, it speaks of having faith that the universe is going to look after you, that you've done your part, and now she will do hers. And to trust that those opportunities are going to come your way now that you're in a position where you're completely prepared to accept them. Because that's usually the way it works with her. Once you're ready to go, then she's ready to give. And to me, that triumphant success, that victory and success, that's just affirmation that you are on the right path and that you will have success. You're going to get exactly where you need to go in life. You're going to have abundance. And I think it's not just financial abundance. I think you're going to have personal abundance from all of this as well. And definitely that fertility card is drawing me back, and that growing your new life and nurturing this new life. Alrighty guys, that's what this read spoke to me today. So I hope you enjoyed the read. Please feel free to comment because I love hearing from you guys. Take care.